What happens if the results come out and you find out you have won the Green Card Lottery 2021 and you go quick, immediately you fill the form DS260 and you find out maybe you have certain mistakes you have done in the DS260. Will you be allowed to change? Let me give you the example. Maybe, let's say, you applied as single, but you are traditionally married, and you fill the form as single, DS260. Now, after finding out that, oh, if that is the case, if I go, because people think that if I fill the form, I come to America, I'll just bring my husband and get a green card. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to process all at once and come together. So for that case, you have to go and get really married with the marriage certificate, and then you have to update your DS260. So you see like that one. Or there are certain information, maybe you have already filled the DS260 and then your child is born. What are you going to do? You cannot just come alone and leave the newborn baby. You have to ask, you have to modify and fill to modify the DS260. So the question is, how do you modify? How do you make changes after you submit the DS260? Or at the time you are filling the DS260, you are still a university student. Now you have graduated, maybe you are bachelor or master's. You want to make sure that that one is captured in the application. What are you going to do? So once you submit the DS260, you cannot make changes. That is, we start with that one. You cannot go in and just do changes on your own. It is going to be locked by the KCC. Kentucky is the consular station, whatever. They're the one in charge of making sure that once you submit, that is the final to conclude, final information. So in case there are major changes you want to do, and when I say major changes, don't go there and say, oh, I made a mistake in my PO box. Instead of putting 71, it was supposed to be 91. Those are small changes. Those are not big of the deal. What I'm talking about the changes is you are married, someone died, there is a newborn. Those are the major changes you need to do. Not the major changes that I put, for instance, let me give an example. The city I live, instead of putting Belton, I put Richmond. Yes, but that is not a really major to go and request for changes. So, in order to do that, you need to write email to KCC. And they have their email. Once you win the letter you are given that you have won, it will have the email of KCC in case of any question. And when you write email, you have to make sure that you put your case number. And I've already explained about the case number in another video. It will be AF 2021, then there is a number. So that number will be going to identify you. So you will say, my name is so-so. I'm the winner of the Green Card Lottery with my case number AF 2021 00075 or 110, whatever, 50,000 number. So I've already submitted my DS260, but I have to make some changes. I got married and I have to put information of my spouse. They will unlock that one. Once they unlock, you can go there and go and edit. And once you edit, you can send it again. If there is another information you need to do, like you have to change, you have to request again. But don't do that like it's too much every single time. You don't proofread yourself, you don't think yourself, you just jump and every time you think their job is just to go and unlock for you. You have to be, that's why when you fill the form, you can fill the form, you sign in, you fill the form, don't submit, you can print out, you can go through, make sure that everything is good to go. Because once you can sign in, when you sign in, you can, whenever you feel, you save it. You can find it next time you come. It's different from the lottery application. Lottery application, there is no coming later and then I can edit. No, once you submit, you submit. But this one, you can sign in, fill 2 questions, sign out, come later, sign in and continue the 3rd question, and you can be able to do that way. So in that case, they give you the chance to make sure that you can be able to have all the information. So while you, for instance, you are waiting for you are waiting for the passport. I mean, like if your passport has expired, you're waiting for the new passport. You are waiting maybe to get someone to be your host in America. You can go ahead and fill all the parts of the forms. Once you fill all the parts of the form, you'll be waiting. You'll be waiting for that information. You sign out. When you get that information, you sign in, and then you submit. Make sure that if you want to do all this, just make sure that my advice is, because sometimes, let's say, especially like the major changes, like you are married, for instance, that is a major. So don't wait till you have already visa interview next week and, oh, I want to change. Can I change? No, because you need to have medical for that person. If you are married, you want to go with someone, has to do medical, has to submit the marriage certificate prior to the KCC. So there are certain things you have to do immediately. So don't just jump and do things randomly. Make sure that you follow, like you plan yourself, like, am I going to plan to get married? I'm engaged now. Let me get married to go with my wife, or have wife to go with the husband, or I'm going single. Then you fill the form. So those are the things, like, yes, you can do those kind of changes as long as you write it to KCC through the email and request it to unlock your DS260 form. They will unlock it and they'll let you know that the form has been unlocked. And any changes you put, you need to go with the documentation to the visa interview at the consular officer at the US Embassy. Because if you say, I have a new baby, you put that information there, but you have to go with a birth certificate, proof you are the father or the mother, all these kind of things. You have to go with those information at the US Embassy. Any questions so far? Let me know, but I'll keep answering all these questions because I've been receiving a lot of questions through the comments and some through WhatsApp. So I think it is better for me to answer these questions so that I cannot be going back and forth, respond to individual one, because I receive so many messages, like 1,000 messages per day. I cannot keep up with all. So by making these videos, I try to reduce the number of messages I receive per day. So that makes me a little bit busy at this time to make these videos, but easy down the road that I don't need to repeat to each individual person when asking me the same or similar questions. But if you have any question, don't hesitate to write to me either through my Facebook, through my Twitter, through my WhatsApp, through my YouTube here on comment below. I'll be happy to respond to those questions. I might not respond direct to you, but I can make a video of it and post it here. I can answer those questions. So thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate your continued support, but remember to subscribe to my channel. And all the best in waiting for the results, and don't do mistakes on filling DS260. Once the results are out, I'll make another video on how to fill the DS260, the step by step. Okay, everyone? Goodbye. Bye-bye.